Steelers one of them as we begin week 4. We'll be seeing the Steelers with the football first. Ravens won the toss, elected to defer. And Phil, some thoughts before kick.
Well, these two teams, they look forward to this week. They know what it's about. We've said a few things already. James Harrison, he just said, who could be the most violent?
Yeah.
That says it all. It's who can out-hit the other team and who hits the longest.
Well, the weather here has suddenly turned cool over the weekend, waking up to 50-degree temperatures. Chance of showers, just fine at Heinz Field. Billy Cundiff, who beat out Shane Graham for the kicking chores at Baltimore, will send it down the way. Back deep is Antonio Brown, who ran one back at Tennessee, and here is Brown just out to the 30-yard line. Brought down by David Reed. Well, Charlie Batch, 9 years as the reliable backup. 2 of those years he was injured, but a long tenure here in Pittsburgh, his hometown, coming in when needed. This was his 6th start in the 9 years. He's 4-1 in emergency duty. Starks on the left side. Check out Pouncey, their rookie first rounder out of Florida, who they say plays like a 10-year veteran with the leadership to come along with it. And Mendenhall, 4th in the NFL in rushing through the first 3 weeks. They'll come out with Matt Spaeth as an extra tight end, so 2 tight end formation to open the game. And it's a Mendenhall carry for 2, wrapped up by Ray Lewis. This Baltimore defense does lead the league in fewest yards allowed through 3 weeks, though they have a paucity of takeaways. Only 1 so far. There is Nata, Pro Bowler a year ago, and Lewis in his 15th year leading the Ravens defense. And of course, Ed Reed out the first 6 weeks. Landry in that secondary along with Zbikowski. Landry had a nice game last week, including a sack. So a 2nd and 8 for Pittsburgh, back at its own 32. Mendenhall, this time he's dragging Nata with him out to the 36. Phil, give us a little breakdown here.
Well, a little something different this week. We're going to talk about defenses. Ray Lewis in the middle of the field, diagnoses the play, makes the big hit. Why are we showing you this? Because this game is about, they know each other so well, who can make those hits that are going to turn the game around. And we talked to Ray Lewis, the opening game of the year against the Jets. We saw one of the best displays he's ever had at linebacker. Today, this team gets him fired up. It's going to be let it all go.
5 wides, including Arnaz Battle, Antoine Randall L. Both inserted here on the passing down. And Batch, boy, he has all kinds of time. Still dancing around at the 30-yard line. Now nowhere to go. And he is sacked and dropped by Nata back at the 26.
I think that explains it all for the Baltimore Ravens. How they're playing defense this year. They're dropping back. They're playing safe. It's not the let's blitz and try to make it happen. And Charlie Batch, 3 guys rushing, 8 in coverage. They keep him in the pocket. Suggs, nice job staying on the edge. And finally, Nata, 92. Gets through, but great coverage down the field.
Sepulveda sent it down to Zbikowski. Fields it at the 21. That one huge block. Bounces off another hit, and all that running around for only a 4-yard return. The 53-yard punt, 4-yard run back, and this will bring out Joe Flacco. And the Steelers, as already a few tempers are flared. Joe Flacco, he had a good one last week after maybe his poorest performance the week before against Cincinnati on the road when he threw 4 picks. Last week, clean card, no interceptions, the 3 touchdown throws to Anquan Boldin. Well, they start a rookie at center over on the Steelers side. It's the counted trusted veteran Matt Burke, 13th year. Snap it at the Flacco and Rice. Well, he's not going to begin the game. It's McGahee. McGahee gets the start. And McGahee takes Sperrier with him for about 3. So Rice, the big question mark all week, does not. Defense already with 10 takeaways. That's #1 in the league. We mentioned the Ravens have only 1. Kiesel had 1 last week. An interception which he ran back for a touchdown. Harrison with 3 sacks on the year. And Polamalu, remember last year how many times he was a question mark? Missed 11 games in all. He's good to go and always a difference maker. That's McClain making a nifty move, picking up a first down out at the 37.
Baltimore Ravens, what do they want to do today? They want to line up. They really want to come straight at this Pittsburgh's defense, and Pittsburgh knows it, so they overplay the run and allows McClain to get out in the flat and be wide open. You talk about Ray Rice not in there today against this defense, hard to get outside, so maybe the bigger running back is even better for him with McGahee in there.
And it's McGahee on the carry out to the 42. All right, you gave us the breakdown on the Pittsburgh side with the football, and let's talk about this end of it with Baltimore, Phil.
Well, nothing's going to change to this side. Troy Polamalu, it's about the Pittsburgh defense on the outside. Big quarterback sneak. How's that for timing and athletic ability? When you study and you're smart, and then you have the talent to really take advantage of that information, that's Troy Polamalu. Everybody says that plays the Steelers. When he's in the lineup, it changes how you play the Steeler defense.
A second down and 5, and Flacco goes sideline for a first. A quick hookup with Derek Mason, only the 8th catch of.
Yeah, you know what? When Derek Mason now on the other side away from Anquan Bolden, and they've thrown a lot of balls Anquan Bolden's way, so you're not seeing as many passes, but when it comes, you have to be ready, and when you have the opportunity, you got to take advantage of it, Jim. And what I mean is getting open when you get that single coverage like you did that last play.
A first down, and Hushmanzada is in, the former Bengal and Seahawk. There's another pass to Mason. So they go to him back-to-back plays, and he's shoved out with aggression near a first. Polamalu on the hit.
When you play most teams in the NFL, they're trying to design passes to go inside to the tight end, to the slot receiver. Well, the Baltimore Ravens, I think they throw it outside as much as anybody. Why? Because their quarterback, you just saw it, Joe Flacco, it takes no effort for him to throw it 30 yards, hit those sideline routes. Right on target with that last throw.
It's second and 1. And it's McGahee moving the pile across the first down yardage. Gain of 2 and another set of downs. Flacco in his 3rd year, and 41 starts as of today with all the postseason factored in. Week 1 against the Jets. That poor performance at Cincinnati, but came back big last week, Phil.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Jim, this coaching staff, they let him know how important he is to the football team, to the franchise, and they are constantly working on his fundamentals to make sure he's precise and he can be a big-time franchise quarterback.
3 straight plays, or actually 3 of 4 to Mason. 3rd catch for Mason, just a gain of 4. Ray Rice, it must be hard for him to be over there in uniform. We're talking to Coach Harbaugh this week, and he talked about with that knee bruise how much he loves to play, loves the meetings, loves to be in the film room. He says, I can't keep him out. Talking practice this week, but he is here on the opening drive.
He is, but we talked about a little bit in the opening. I watched him in warm-ups. Sometimes you're a little guarded and you're saving it for the game, but I did not think he looked real crisp during warm-ups.
2nd and 6. Well, it is caught. Wow, what a nice job to pull that one in by Mason, who has 4 grabs on this drive.
I'll tell you what, that'll pick your spirits up, won't it? To get in the catches, but also to come up with one like that. And Derek Mason, like I said earlier, he has been the guy in Baltimore for a long time. And lost a little bit of that spotlight. How do you handle it? Well, I'll tell you what, he's answered the bell pretty well here today.
Well, that was beautiful how he kept that one off the ground. Flacco 5 for 5. And on first down, again, it's McGahee, and he is smothered by Polamalu and Woodley for a substantial loss.
What both of these defenses are about. From the outside, Troy Polamalu. You got to see that. If you're Joe Flacco or the runner, you can't break outside when there's a free blitzer. But when you get in rhythm and you make a few plays, they're going, uh-oh, none of that. That's why both defenses, when they blitz, it's so effective because they don't do it a lot.
Mason back in after sitting out one play. That one a -6. 2nd and 16. And a whistle first. There's going to be a procedure penalty. Michael Orr appeared to move on that left side.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
You said it, Jim. Michael Orr, left tackle. Top of your screen. Here he is. Oh, just a little bit. It doesn't take much. It's amazing. Of course, James Harrison. But this is how you play defense at home, the Steelers. Don't give up the big play. Think of all the plays that the Ravens have executed. But all it took was one run for minus yardage. Crowd got excited. Fake a blitz. Now you got them in a very tough situation.
Ziggy Hood comes in for reinforcement on that defensive front on 2nd and 21. And squeezing through a little seam is McGahee to get it even, if they have to go that way. If they don't convert here on 3rd down, closer for a field goal try. Gains 10.
Yeah, again, inside. Matt Burke, how about that? Nice block. Boy, Michael Orr coming from the other side that time. From the left, nice kick out. Boy, and Willis McGahee waited and finally says, let me just squeeze in between the big offensive lineman.
Got a 3rd and 11. They split out Heap to the far left.
You want no negative plays as a quarterback here.
Flacco's throw incomplete. Would have been short of the first anyway. He was going for Hushmanzada, defended by Ike Taylor. So it'll bring out Cundiff.
Excellent coverage. Stays inside the whole way. And the good thing is he's in position. Even if the ball is completed, he is going to make the tackle. Ryan Clark coming in to make sure from the safety position.
46-yard attempt for Cundiff. 3 of 4 on the season. Cundiff's kick. After all of that drive produces nothing. Wide right.
The open in.
6 minutes, 41 seconds with the football, producing nothing on the board. Billy Cundiff missing at that open end of Heinz Field. And it's awful tough to go kick in this direction, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible. We've been here so many games, and Steelers are probably going, yeah, he doesn't quite understand it yet. It really is a tremendous advantage for your team. This stadium, the open end, the wind.
Look at that, since December 05, including postseason, Cundiff 10 of 21 from beyond 30. Here's Batch, first down throw. And Ray Lewis in a hurry on Mendenhall, holds him to 4. Check out the new CBSSports.com shop for officially licensed NFL gear. And get 3-day shipping on every order. Go to shop.cbssports.com.
Talking to Bruce Arians, offensive coordinator for the Steelers. He goes, look, we got to understand this game, this team, 2-yard run, it's not all bad.
Mendenhall got more than that here, Phil. Like he's got a first down. Man, they were talking about, each team would talk about a 2 or 3 yard run. We'll take it.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just keep going forward. Make sure you keep yourself in situations you can handle. But how about Rashard Mendenhall? That last run, what a difference in looking at him 2 years ago to now. And I give the Steelers a lot of credit, how they handled him, made him grow up, made him prove it in practice before he got to do it here on the field. Just because you're a first rounder, and we pay you a lot of money, doesn't mean we're going to stick you out there and let you work through trouble.
They fake to him on first down, and Batch looked long and then throws. Might be a flag here. Yes, there is. Here it comes. Intended for Ward. Chris Carr collided with him early.
Chris Carr really had good position, but when that football's in the air, it just has, I can imagine, you get nervous.
Pass interference defense, number 25. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
From the bunch formation, Hines Ward coming across the field. You see it, he's in good position. Doesn't look like much there. Yeah, he just leans into him a little too much. Affects Hines Ward's ability to try to catch it.
It's a 12-yard penalty. Puts the football on the Baltimore side at the 42. They operate out of the gun on first down. Wide receiver screen to Ward. Able to strip free of Jarrett Johnson, who had him by the ankles. Takes it for about 5. Hines Ward, who has all the records here in Pittsburgh when it comes to receptions, receiving yards, touchdown receptions. Up there in the all-time list, too, in league history. Franchise leader, over 11,000.
Well, Jim, that last play, what that was a running play. That's how you get runs. You throw quick passes to your wide receivers instead of handing it to the running backs and trying to get outside.
Counts as a catch. 182 straight games with one for Ward. And a twisting Mendenhall works hard to take it to the 35. It'll set up third and about 3.
This Ravens defense, you got to keep them off balance a little. They're like the Steelers. They're so big up front, so physical. Nata, you got Suggs, Jameel McClain also on the outside. Kelly Gregg, they'd love it when you line up and just say, yeah, we're going to try to run it at you. This defense was designed and built to stop that.
Weldy Moore, the running back on third down and 3. Baltimore the best in the league on stopping on third down. And Batch goes for the big ball. What a catch! Antwaan Randle inside the 1. Right over Fabian Washington for 34.
It was a perfect throw by Charlie Batch. The right trajectory, the speed, didn't throw it too soft and high, and what a catch by Randle El. Waits to the last second, jumps and extends, and it was a blitz by the Baltimore Ravens defense. They tried to catch him by surprise. The Steelers locked it up.
Ramon Foster in the backfield with Mendenhall on first and goal. It'll be a Mendenhall carry. He hits the wall, keeps driving. Helmets are flying, but he did not break the plane.
Mendenhall.
How could you tell?
Well, it was pretty close.
I mean, there were so many bodies once he hit the pile.
He got lost in there.
That is. Oh, there goes the helmet. Spaeth.
Spaeth just McClain's helmet. Second and goal. Back to Mendenhall. This time he's in. Touchdown Pittsburgh.
That drive had it all, Jim. Tough running, some different passes to keep the Ravens defense off balance, and a great throw, and then power on the goal line.
Jeff Reed to add the extra point. 7-0, a 10-point swing from a missed field goal to a touchdown at the other end, set up by Randle El. At Mendenhall's third rushing score of the season, 7-0.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Burger King, who remind you to have it your way. And by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some Buds.
With the Ravens.
Yeah.
What an impressive drive by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Charlie Batch leads them down the field, hooks up with Antwaan Randle El, who's back from a stint in Washington with the Redskins, and Mendenhall takes it across. Reed, who's had 3 touchbacks already this season, which equals his entire total of a year ago. He's going to see this one run back by Parmalee.
Should have stayed in.
Should have stayed in indeed. Only to the 17, that's it. So Flacco and the Ravens, they drove it the first time but came up empty, down 7. The NFL proud to support the fight against breast cancer. The campaign, A Crucial Catch. It's Max Starks. His mother is a breast cancer survivor. He's 78. His teammate, defensive end Nick Eason, his mother has breast cancer. And the league is going to focus a whole lot of attention to awareness, breast cancer awareness for the month of October, as Flacco goes for the deep ball, and Mason makes the catch with Ryan Clark fighting for the football as well. Mason for 40 yards.
That's what you do. You get a play action fake. They double team James Harrison so he cannot get to the quarterback, because look at this weaving down the field, and Joe Flacco throws it and go up and catch it with your hands and pull it down. Anquan Boldin has been doing it for him this year. Derek Mason's been doing it a long time. That was an excellent play by Derek Mason.
5 catches in the quarter, and that was Ray Rice, who just came in and picks up 2 yards. So Rice does see Judy. That was the longest play of the season for Baltimore, that 40-yarder to Mason.
Well, Jim, let's go back and look at the big pass. Down at the bottom of your screen, Randall L. against Fabian Washington. It's a blitz, hugged by the linebackers. Charlie Batch, been in the league a long time. He's going good. Blitz me. When you blitz a veteran quarterback, it simplifies everything. He looks at one guy, makes the throw, and throws it perfectly.
So Rice is in the backfield after a carry of 2 in the Pittsburgh 41. And Flacco to Heath, and he's open down the middle. Ball comes out. That's got to be incomplete, and it is ruled incomplete. Jarring hit by Ryan Clark, who had been the defender on the 40-yard throw to Mason, and he was able to pop it out.
Down the middle, linebackers have got him in and out. Timmons, Harrison, they turn him loose. Boy, it's a good throw by Joe Flacco, but Ryan Clark broke fast enough and quick enough to get there just before he pulls it in. And he's bringing that into his body. Clean hit 2, uses his shoulder, goes below the shoulder pads.
3rd and 8. Ryan Clark saves another big one. Flacco has Boldin for the first time today, and it's a first down at the Steelers' 23. Picks up 18.
Well, how about that? This guy's got some hands. Nice throw by Flacco. They stacked the receivers, so these guys have to stand. Look at the defensive backs. They got to wait for him. And Anquan Boldin, you can look at him. He's a running back playing receiver, and when you want to get contact on him, he just goes right through you.
He and Flacco spent a whole lot of time together during the summer, like Peyton Manning does with his receivers. They've got a nice chemistry early. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Pittsburgh, and you're watching the NFL on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sprint, the Now Network. And by OnStar. To learn more, visit OnStar.com.
Jim Nantz here, Phil Simms alongside. We start the second quarter in Pittsburgh with Baltimore driving. Flacco threw for 98 yards in that first quarter, 70 of that to Mason. They go up the middle with McGahee, who returns to the lineup and plows ahead for about 7, maybe 6. Dick LeBeau into the Hall of Fame this year in Canton, Ohio, and been around this league and so successful in so many different ways.
Yeah, the team so excited for him. They took buses and drove from training camp down to Canton. It's like somebody on the team said, if we would not have done that, the team would have left anyway without the coach's consent.
2nd and 4, and a miscommunication with Boldin.
Well, it was a run pass. In other words, it was a run play. You can see by the offensive linemen, and the quarterback and receivers have the option to throw it quick. And Anquan Boldin forgot about the option.
3rd and 4, ball resting, Steelers 17. Stack the right side with 3 receivers. Heap to the left. Lofting it for Heap with a flag. A flag thrown at the 10. Might be illegal contact past the 5 yards against that Steeler defense. All the Steelers, they're making an appeal.
At the line of scrimmage before the pass, illegal use of the hands. Offense, defense, number 25. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
We had the home folks excited for a second, but it's against Ryan Clark and the new set of downs for the Ravens.
I'm sorry. That was the appropriate word. He knew it would incite the fans. Pressure's on. Clark to cover Heap on the outside one-on-one. Yeah, it was Ike Taylor. Bottom of your screen. Hands to the face. That is, oh, he even got the face mask. So that was a pretty easy call.
They called 25. They meant 24.
Right.
Ed Hockley, the referee today. McGahee, the tailback. Ball just outside the 10. They go in the round with Bolden. Slashes down to the 9, gains 3.
Boy, how about that? You know, most receivers, when they do that reverse, it's outside no matter what. They don't read the blocks. Anquan Bolden just changed the drive by seeing it, making the cut inside, and getting a few yards instead of losing 5.
Red zone trips this season, 5 for 5 as far as scoring. You got to go back to 2004 in this rivalry, and the Ravens have scored against Pittsburgh the last 35 red zone trips. 2nd and 7, and it's McGahee chugging along, cutting back, and scoring the touchdown. Willis McGahee broke away from both Timmons and Ferrier for the 9-yard touchdown run.
Well, that was moving it out by the offensive line of the Baltimore Ravens. To the right side, Yonda, Heap, everybody pushes it down, and that's what you have to do in the NFL. Running backs, what makes a really good running game? Can you make the one guy miss that you cannot block? And he did it that time.
Boy, McGahee, nice wiggle.
That's a good word, nice wiggle.
Twice. And Cundiff ties it at 7. Oh, it's Ferrier who had the first crack at him.
Look at all those Steelers bunched up.
Then Timmons and McGahee squares it at 7. Tonight on CBS, she's a wife, a mother, and a CEO. And when she goes undercover in her own company, it's an episode you'll never forget. Don't miss an all-new Undercover Boss. It's tonight only on CBS. Pittsburgh begins the drive off the touchback at the 20 with 3 tight ends, including David Johnson. Actually comes into the backfield. There's a lead block for Mendenhall. They couldn't block everybody there. No gain as Lewis and company locked down the line of scrimmage. McLean also.
Yeah, it's a condensed formation by that, Jim. I mean, there are a lot of people packed in there, and the defensive linemen are so good. Hard to get the linebackers. Let's watch Charlie Batch. Wow. This kid, Matu pulls around there and just get out of the way, Charlie.
2nd and 10. Whoops. That was Flozell Adams, the former Cowboy, now the right tackle.
Offense, number 71, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
In Pittsburgh.
Well, you had that problem down in Dallas, but I'll say this. They are very happy with Flozell Adams up here so far. I mean, in Dallas he had that problem. They think he's done well here in Pittsburgh. Picked up the offense very quickly and has played well.
Randall L. comes out as the 3rd receiver on the near side. 2nd and 15. Mike Wallace, the speedster, has the first down out to the 34. Ladarius Webb trying to defend. Let's give him 20.
You said it right, top of your screen, just on a quick slant. What he did so well, a couple things. They occupied the inside defenders. It opens up the throwing lane for Charlie Batch. Mike Wallace, you're not exaggerating when you say speedster. Heard his name a lot by the Ravens.
We took a little shot, maybe lower ribs.
Watch number 17 when he's in the game. That's what they're concerned.
They go without him here on first down. Mendenhall, big hole, first down, running behind Marquise Pouncey, the Saint center.
Bounce to the center, came on to the left guard. Both do a really good job. Boy, Jim, you're right. The center and Legursky, the backup center, playing right guard. All three interior linemen with excellent blocks going against the strength of the Ravens run defense. Kelly Gregg and the linebackers.
And Mike Wallace set out one play. Back, lined up tight on the right. Mendenhall with Nata having a hold of him. Update on the Falcons and the 49ers. James Brown in New York.
Jim, I know Phil breaks down a lot of tape, and what he'll see is San Francisco in the first quarter playing some alert football. Take a look at that block by Dominique Ziegler, blocking the Atlanta punt. Great alert heads-up play by Taylor Mays. It is 14-0 San Fran, start of the second. Back to Jim Nance and Phil Simms.
Boy, what an acrobatic job to get the feet down off a block punt. 14-0 shocker right there with the Niners at 0-3. Winning on the road. 2nd and 8 here. Batch overthrows an open Heath Miller.
Ooh, he needed about a half a beat more. He's got them both. He's got Heath Miller, and then he has Mike Wallace going deep across the field.
Nata got to him right after he released it.
Yep, the original receiver. Oh, Mike Wallace, watch it cut across the field. Oh, it's a foot race to the back corner. Nobody deep. Dewan Landry, the safety, was flat-footed. He could not have run with Mike Wallace.
Noelby Moore comes in. 3rd and 8. There is Wallace with Webb defending him.
Pressure saves defenses. It did that last play.
Here it is again. They get to backs. Boy, they flatten him. And the ball is tipped away. Nakamura was the one charging in on Charlie Batch.
Well, you can tell 3rd down from the outside. 3rd down is the down that the Ravens are going to give them something different. Charlie Batch hit the first one for the big play to Randall L. That time they won.
Throw the punt by Sepulveda. And Zivikowski knocked back at the 21. 38-yard punt, 5-yard return, and the game's tied at 7 in the second quarter. Baltimore Ravens starting at the 21, playing on the road for the 3rd time in the first 4 weeks. McGahee seeing action on every snap except for 2 plays, and that goes for 2. Tonight on 60 Minutes, Bill and Melinda Gates, the richest couple in the world, and they're giving their fortune away. Find out where the money is going tonight on 60 Minutes, only CBS. Rice right by the side of Coach Harbaugh. 2nd down and 8. Bolden, and that's knocked away. Well done by Bryant McFadden defending. Hold on.
That's a good call there.
Yeah, the flag is out.
Let's see if they change it. They threw it to Todd Heap down the middle when he got hit and dropped it.
Pass interference defense, number 20. Not playing the ball. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
McFadden.
It's a 29-yard penalty. Never turned around.
No, but it's, yep, he makes contact before the football gets there. So that's the penalty in itself. You don't have to turn around to defend a pass. You can wait till you see the arms go up and the football touches it, then you can rip between it. But McFadden made contact before the ball. That's why it was a pass interference.
So back on the Pittsburgh end of the field and a play action fake. Flacco. Oh, he lost control of the football. Stripped out of his hands by Casey Hampton. Aaron Smith is sure the Steelers have it. Looks like Chris Chester of the Ravens came out with it.
Couple things. Joe Flacco was looking to get rid of it. Saw a receiver short. He was covered. And it was, I tell you, I said this could be a tuck rule, but he did bring it back up. And Flacco, oh my gosh, how did he get that out of there? It wasn't him that got it.
It was Chester.
Chester got it, sorry.
Goes down as a sack for Casey Hampton. A 2nd and 16. Ray Rice is back in there.
Unbalanced line.
Rice getting the run. Well, not much running room. Runs into the arms of Harrison. Update on the Buckeye State battle between the Browns and Bengals, JB.
Hey, Jim and Phil, take a look here. Cleveland's Seneca Wallace hooking up with Evan Moore on 2nd and 7 from the 24. He finds him capping an 8-play, 87-yard drive. It's Cleveland. Bill Cowher's upset pick over Cincinnati, 10-0 in the second. Back to Jim Nance and Phil Simms.
Big one for the Browns today. 0-3. They've been close in all of their games, including last week at Baltimore. They lost by 7.
Seneca Wallace getting another start. It's really helping him too. Settles in.
3rd and 15, and heavy pressure provided by Lawrence Timmons forces the incompletion and a punt.
I think I learned a phrase. Blitzing is about spacing out and then timing, and I think that explains Timmons on the blitz to the outside. He is back just at the snap of the ball. He is moving full speed. The Ravens cannot react.
Sam Cook to punt to Randall L. And Pittsburgh will have it at the 11 after the 42-yard punt. Here at the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the defense makes a stand here, ending the Ravens' drive.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Prudential, the rock you can rely on to meet today's financial challenges. Corona, who invites you to find your beach. And by AT&T, rethink possible.
Tomorrow on CBS, see why critics are calling the new hit drama Hawaii Five-0 your next TV obsession. A new episode tomorrow only. CBS, America's #1 network. Well, we're down here at the Pittsburgh 12-yard line. Good spot for a Ravens takeaway. However, the Ravens have only one takeaway on the whole season. They've gone 11 straight quarters without one. That's their longest drought since 1996, their first season.
Well, their answer is, and it's the right answer, keep playing sound defense and the turnovers will come.
No Ed Reed.
Well, that hurts too. Yeah, they've dropped some interceptions without a doubt.
Yeah, they've had their chances. They were lamenting how many balls have been right in their hand for a pick. Only one fumble recovery, no interceptions on the season. First down run, Pittsburgh, Mendenhall for 3. Another update. James Brown very busy in Studio 43.
Jim and Phil, busy indeed is Jimmy Clausen of Carolina for his first professional touchdown on a 2nd and 8. 55-yard hookup with Jonathan Stewart, who's so excited, almost tripped up by the linebacker there, but he makes it to pay dirt, capping a 5-play, 72-yard drive. Carolina looking for win number 1, all knotted at 7. Jim and Phil.
Carolina, like the Cleveland Browns, 0-3 on the year. Good start down there in New Orleans. Breeze has the touchdown throw to Lance Moore on the other side in that one. 2nd down and 7. Mendenhall with a flag into the pile. No gain on the run.
Holding. Offense, number 53. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat second down.
Center number 53 on the block. Gets his arm. Oh, there's the pull. Ray Lewis in there and a hit. How about that? You talk about diagnosing plays fast. When you watch and get ready for this game, Ray Lewis can do it. I'll tell you the other one. Daniel Ellerby, number 59, he comes in. He is nothing but energy, along with, you take Jared Johnson on the outside. Wow, that's what they play with the motion, accountability. It's rather good.
Second down, 14. Dangerous territory here for back and the Steelers. They go run. The delay give, Mendenhall. Oh, wow, as he pushed back. It looked like he had a full head of steam, and then Haloti Ngata says, no more.
In space. Just, you know, you can argue, but maybe one of the best interior defensive linemen, if not the best in the NFL, can do it all. Plays a lot of plays. 92 right in the middle of your screen. He gets to the outside, squares up. Damn, I'll tell you. Plays a lot of these defensive linemen, they come out of the game, they need, you know, got to get some wind, get some air. Shoot, when you watch the Ravens, it's hard to find plays that he's not in there.
Ravens have not allowed a third down conversion of 3rd and 10 or longer the whole season. This is 3rd and 10. Batch fumbles the football, and it's Ellerby trying to scoop it up. Who comes away with it? Ball knocked out by Paul Kruger. And a Pittsburgh recovery. It's the rookie center, Pouncey, who has it. There is a flag also. Oh, it was almost a fumble, recovery, return.
Flag down the field too, Jim. Was the quarterback out of the pocket when the contact happened? If he was out of the pocket, you're allowed to hit the receivers. The flags would be picked up.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Illegal formation, offense number 78. There was also illegal use of the hands, illegal contact, defense number 52. Those penalties offset. Replay 3rd down.
We go right back to playing another 3rd down and 10.
We got the blitz picked up very well. And a just great hustle by Johnson, gets the sack.
All of this wouldn't have mattered even if Ellerby had scooped it up with the contact downfield. So again, 3rd and 10, and again the Ravens have not given up one of that distance or longer this season. Coming in a batch again in a hurry. Looking for some help. Ducks under. And is taken down at the 17. I'll tell you, had he not collided with Flozell Adams, he might have been able to run for the first. Charlie Batcho a week ago, even though he's in his 13th year, had his longest career run down at Tampa, 24 yards.
Well, Jared Johnson from the outside ruined the play. He just was full steam ahead, and it made Charlie Batch step up so fast he couldn't refocus and make the throw down the field.
Sepulveda sends a spiral down to Zipikowski at the 28. It's about a 9-yard run back before Arnaz Battle ends it. 5:20 to go, 2nd quarter. Out of a 56-yard punt by Sepulveda, the Ravens start the series at the 37. They go ground with McGahee. There was contact low early. Picks up only a yard. Kiesel on the tackle.
Casey Hampton playing over the center kind of ruined the play. Made Willis McGahee change directions. For the Steelers. Some things about their franchise. The guy playing over the center in the middle of the defense. Outside linebackers. It's part of the culture here.
2nd down and 9. Flacco with the pocket protected. It's McGahee driven back right away by Timmons. Good for only a yard. Quite a day for you, Phil, here in Pittsburgh in the afternoon. And tonight you go into the Giants' Ring of Honor.
That's what I hear. Thank you.
Yeah, you're going to be there in time?
Yes, I hope so. Well, I'm going to got a lot of faith in the transportation system, but it is a great honor, and I'm looking forward to it.
Congratulations. You'll be reunited with a lot of your old pals there tonight at halftime of the Bears and Giants. Honoring the Giants legends tonight. Third down and long here for Flacco and the Ravens, who pick up the first. That is Todd Heap falling at the 45 after a 16-yard grab.
It's a good job. Todd Heap down the middle of the field. Little pressure, but again, big tight end just pushes off the defender. But Joe Flacco standing tall, two hands on the football, compact delivery, gets to his front foot. All the things they've been working with him to do every time he drops back. Of course, having Jim Zorn now, quarterback coaches, should help him in the long run a lot.
Jim Zorn, indeed, who was Charlie Batch's quarterback coach when he was the quarterback for the Lions early in his career. That's Rice with the catch. Make a nifty move, and Rice cuts back left side and takes it to the 35. He got away from Timmons and Polamalu and is able to gain 9 off of that.
Yeah, some quick feet, isn't it? Good call here. Unbalanced line again. They're doing a few nice things with this unbalanced line. It was left, so they're going to the weak side, to the right. Good job by Ray Rice making people miss.
And a good job on the quick sneak for the first down. So the Ravens move the chains down at the 34. We're inside 3 minutes to go in the first half.
I tell you,
Rice looked pretty nifty on a couple of cuts off that little pass.
yeah, couldn't tell anything was wrong on those cuts. And we've done quite a few Pittsburgh-Baltimore games, Jim, and this is the most I've seen the offenses execute plays, and probably the 4 or 5 times we've done them.
First down, Flacco goes right side. Bolden out of bounds for the first down. Bolden for 13.
One of the reasons Anquan Bolden is here is because of this throw right there. Well, he gets hit a little, but that's no big deal. He runs to the outside and makes a cut, Anquan Bolden, and bam, you could hear the football hit his chest. These receivers, they're smart. Go somewhere where the quarterback can get to the ball no matter where you get open.
2-minute warning in Pittsburgh with the Ravens driving. And we'll return in a moment. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Just outside of the red zone with 2 minutes to go in the half. And a first down for the Ravens. Flacco to McGahee, maybe a yard. Let's give him a yard on that one. Sprint halftime show is coming up from New York. JB, Dan, Shannon, Coach Coward. All the scores and highlights coming up. Cam Cameron, offensive coordinator for the Ravens.
Got a good plan today. Going right at him. Protect the quarterback. Let him drive it down the field.
Had to unload it. And there's a flag down here on the near side. Mason's applauding the fact that there is a flag.
Well, the play took off, and out of the corner of my eye, you try to watch it all. I see a lot of Baltimore receivers falling down. Saw Ed Hockley before the game. I said, it's cold today. You might have to wear long sleeves. Not a chance.
Got to see those arms.
Well before the pass was thrown, holding defense number 92. Threw the receiver to the ground. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
James Harrison, the formation changes. Derek Mason. Oh, boy. I tell you, that
didn't even look like it was 5 yards.
it was acting.
Yep.
Shoot. Like watching World Cup soccer. Flop.
So first down from the 15. They go draw with McGahee into the Pittsburgh pile for 3. Driven back by Timmons and Larry Foote, Aaron
like,
Smith.
Yeah, everybody. That's what they do. They converge, but hard to run the football outside when you have James Harrison on one side, Lamar Woodley on the other. They sit the corner, so it's tough. So why do it? Go inside, which the Ravens have done, and they've actually had a little success.
40 seconds to go in the half, and here comes Flacco. Across the middle, Bolden. Slices back. Polamalu has hold of him. Grubbs comes in and says, I'll help push this a little bit.
Boy, just a good job by Anquan Bolden. The little things that you just don't pay attention to.
Timeout, Baltimore.
Catches it, protects himself, gets the extra 2 yards.
Timeout, Baltimore. Ball inside the 10.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. Watch your favorite team wherever you live, only on DirecTV. Call to switch today. And by E-Trade.
Coming up, the Sprint halftime report. Our great teammates in the studio. Guys, we go in a foxhole with. We'll come up with the scores and highlights at halftime. 3rd and 2. McGahee able to get what he needed by inches. Got the first down and then the quick timeout, leaving the Ravens with 1.
John Harbaugh was standing next to the official as the ball was snapped. Wanted to make sure he saved every second.
Measured just to be sure. So the 1st and goal from the 5 with 25 seconds and 1 timeout.
Well, with 1 timeout, it should be pretty easy if they need 3 plays to run them down here. Time should not be a factor.
It's a 30-second timeout.
So a quick timeout with the Ravens threatening. Back here at Heinz Field, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms. And what kind of options do you look for here out of the Ravens offense with 25 seconds?
Well, Jim, you can do anything to play it safe. You maybe throw it on 1st down, and if you want to catch them by surprise, you run it on 2nd.
11th play of this drive. They send McGahee out wide right. Flacco, who's hit his last 6, now on the run and throws it away. Flag down. Might be on Michael Orr, who was tangled up with James Harrison.
Offense number 74, 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's huge.
Left tackle Michael Orr. Boy, good timing again by James Harrison. He gets so low. Look at Michael Orr. He's tall, 6'5", 6'6", all pulling the jersey, and that is an excellent job of pulling the jersey. He might catch Flacco from behind and cause a fumble. But James Harrison is so strong, he's so fast, and I don't know, he's 6'1". He can get under the pads of these big, tall tackles and drive them backwards.
Takes it all the way back out to the 15 with 19 seconds, and Flacco has an open man, incomplete. A flag thrown. That was going to Hushmanzada. Ike Taylor's going to be hit with this one.
Did he go to the head?
I don't think the officials are in agreement on this one.
There was no foul on the play. The contact was legal. 2nd down.
On second thought, no flag.
Excellent job of getting together. Football's up. Hits him. The hand goes to the back of the helmet. Maybe that's what he saw, but it was not by force. The hit was underneath the shoulder pads, and it was not, didn't drive his helmet high, so a clean hit.
Now you're dealing with a couple of issues. You got 15 yards out. You still have the 1 timeout. Ball at the 15.
This is where you think about maybe running to make the field goal easier. Running back looks pretty close to Joe Flacco. Nope.
Flacco throws this one away as the pocket collapsed. Brett Kiesel was one of those hovering. Flacco had to throw it away.
Nobody comes open quick for Joe Flacco, and very cognizant of the time on the clock, knowing he can't wait. And if it's not there fast, get rid of it. Now, play clock running down, still a timeout. So he can throw it inbounds, pick up some extra yards.
Oh, and the receiver fell down, McGahee. Steelers were there to defend it anyway. There was not going to be a whole lot of room because Timmons and Kiesel and others were in the area. And Billy Cundiff will be called on for about a 33-yard try. You saw that graphic earlier. Cundiff, going back to 2005, the former Cowboy kicker, is only 10 out of 21 outside of 30, including a miss here today from 46. This for the halftime lead. Cundiff, 33. Cook on the hold. Cundiff sneaks it in that right side, and the kick is good. And the time is out. Didn't make it by much, but an important 3 on the board. 10-7 Ravens at halftime. Back with the Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. And you're watching the NFL on CBS. Back in Pittsburgh, and there you see the skyline there and the good corporate citizens of the Steel City. Just a short distance away, they can hear the roar from nearby Heinz Field. And you can see the stadium in full view here, where we're getting set for the third quarter. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms back here with, let's not forget, Baltimore deferring that first half kick, so they'll have the football with a 3-point lead here, Phil.
Yeah, Baltimore's done a lot of good things on offense. They've kind of controlled the tempo of the game, and Charlie Batch, by the time he gets on the field, it's going to be in over an hour since he completed his last pass.
Time for Allstate and the points of protection. Let's take a look at it, Phil. What do you see?
Well, you know, for the game, protecting the ball, no turnover so far today, so that's wonderful for both teams. The clock, the Ravens, 2 times they've had the ball and controlled it, had good drives and passing yards. Joe Flacco, when given the opportunity, has been very sharp throwing the football. Points that they talked about, Jim. Keep 2 hands on it. You know, keep your body in control. Be compact when you throw it, when you get away from the center. He's done all that.
Charlie Batch in that first half, throwing for minimal yardage. That one long one to Randall L. Didn't seem like Pittsburgh was even out there that much. Batch was 4 of 6 for 63 yards.
You know, you really, when you, one thing, you know, the Steeler defense, what they did, they came through with some big plays to stop scores.
Guys like James Harrison.
Haven't heard Troy Polamalu's name yet today, really.
Parmalee takes it at the goal line. Got a wide open gap up the middle, and Parmalee with a flag thrown in at the 40 is likely to see a good chunk of this erased. William Gay finally tripped him up near midfield.
During the return, holding by the receiving team, number 99. The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the ball. First down.
Instead of having the football at the 44, and you can see why there was a flag there. That was Kruger was flagged for it. Probably could have gotten Phillips as well, but flag on 99. And
you know, Jim, it really had nothing to do with the play, but it doesn't matter. When you put both arms around a defender, they've got to throw a flag.
McGahee again will begin the second half as he did the start of the game. And he was looking for anything. Just able to take it back to the line of scrimmage. Timmons and Taylor comes up. First half summary, Flacco with good numbers. Mendenhall with the Steelers touchdown. He's surprised how well Flacco's been able to throw it against this Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, I tell you, I like the plan that the Ravens have. The running game has been smart, and they're putting extra blockers to make sure the outside, especially James Harrison, the outside rushers, don't get the Flacco, giving him extra time, and they're making those deeper throws down the field.
2nd and 10, and the short pass pulled in by Le'Ron McClain, but Harrison and Timmons hold him to only a 2-yard gain. Flacco made his first ever career road start here in 2008, and later that rookie season he brought Baltimore back to Heinz Field for the AFC title game.
Well, tremendous rookie year by him. I just thought it was interesting when Jim Harbaugh said that we communicate a lot. I bring him to my office, we talk, we let him know what part of the organization he is. He goes, he's really upper management. Now that's a compliment, but it also shows you Ravens being proactive.
3rd and 8. And that's Heap picking up a first down. Timmons had a play on him right after the catch, and Heap was able to escape, pick up 8, and a new set of downs.
Well, what you say here is go, way to go, coach. And Todd Heap is inside blocking, and then he releases. And Joe Flacco was looking nowhere but for Todd Heap as he releases, throw it short. Good blocking on the outside by Michael Orr against James Harrison. Big first down.
Instead of having to punt from back and deep in their own territory, they're able to extend it. No extension on this one though for McClain. A second carry of the half for no gain.
Well, you understand why they don't try to go outside. When you go sideways running the football, just look at the linebackers for the Steelers. Now, Jim, we were at practice Friday, and you almost have to laugh about it, don't you? You just go, I want to get the guy in my organization who's drafting the linebackers for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because they are hitting home runs in the draft, and, of course, getting James Harrison from the Ravens.
We said that to Mr. Rooney as McGahee runs into part of that linebacking core and lost the football. Timmons has it. Was he down? Was McGahee down first?
I don't think so. It came out pretty quick.
I know McGahee is down and hurt. Harrison even is imploring the Baltimore bench to get someone out here.
Pittsburgh recovered, and the player was jammed down by contact. First down.
McGahee took a vicious hit in that AFC title game a few years ago. Ryan Clark hit him. This time it was Harrison, and the ball is out. Definitely a fumble.
That's why the football came out. The big hit by James Harrison.
Pittsburgh gets its 11th takeaway of the season, set up in Baltimore territory. McGahee walked off after fumbling the football away to Pittsburgh. Timmons recovers. Steelers at the 27, down 3. And their first snap of the second half. They go into round with Mike Wallace. That side was guarded pretty well by Jarrett Johnson. Now, after the fumble, with the red flag in hand, stay down, John Harbaugh says. He wanted a chance before McGahee got up. Bill upstairs have a look at the review. Was it a fumble or not? Then he tells Bill Tessendorf, the trainer, get out there. Tell him to stay down.
Well, yeah, that's right. Make sure. But there was no doubt.
Second down and 9. Mendenhall, 24. That was our first turnover of the game, and you had your points of protection at halftime, talking about protecting the football.
Yeah, but
You know,
there's nothing you could do there.
just a violent hit.
Yeah, it was a hit, and really Willis McGahee was kind of knocked out, so he just lost control. The football is going to come loose. And I've watched games where people go, oh, that's helmet to helmet. Running backs are not defenseless receivers. You can hit them helmet to helmet.
They've called on backs to only throw it 6 times so far, Phil. He steps back into the shotgun on 3rd and 7. Isaac Redmond flanks him. Running back, picks up the blitz, but there's another Raven coming after him. And that is Suggs with the sack.
3rd down. Charlie Batch was right when he said it. If we don't handle the blitz well early in the game, look at it. Ray Lewis right up the middle. Then it gets him. Oh, nice job by Suggs coming around and gets the sack on Charlie Batch.
Jeff Reed from 49 yards coming up.
The difference is they're blitzing and they're staying off, so Charlie Batch cannot throw it quick like he did to Randall L. there during the first quarter.
Reed's University of North Carolina teammate Greg Warren will snap it back to Sepulveda from 49 to tie it. Hang on. Hits the right upright. And the Ravens in the end will take over at the 39.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. FedEx, we understand. You need a winning game plan. FedEx. And by the new Silver Bullet aluminum pint from Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
The same open end of the field here that you talked about in the first half, Phil.
The ball goes up, you say, oh, it's good, and then it starts to slide. The air, it comes in from that side of the stadium. The kickers, you can't feel it. Oh, you look at the camera.
Yeah, that's our camera.
Boy, Jim Harbaugh, he gets fired up. He tells his defense, what a job. Way to go out, stop, overcome the turnover.
Ray Rice is in on 1st down. Quick throw to Bolden. Taylor and Timmons. Double team on the hit. Gain of 7. Go to NFL.com's Game Center for all the latest Week 4 live game stats, fan discussions, in-game video highlights, and more only at NFL.com. You saw the camera mounted on the, actually on the crossbar, jostling after the football connected with the right upright. And the Ravens, after that fumble, they don't lose anything. In fact, they get a little better field position. Here's Rice's 2nd carry of the game. He works the middle of the field near the 1st down, a little short.
Yeah, Jim, go back to that first play where they threw it outside to Anquan Bolden. You know, we didn't get a chance to watch him a lot because he was out in Arizona. And I always just think, well, maybe the numbers are a little too inflated because of that offense. But when you watch him, now that I'm watching every game of his and we're doing one, I realize why he had such tremendous success. He is all in one. He can do everything. Go over the middle, he's physical, he's fast enough to go deep, catches it in traffic, and of course, a quarterback makes you feel good, you trust it, and you throw it into him when the coverage is tight.
3rd and less than a yard. Rice picks up Polamalu on the blitz, but Polamalu got after him eventually and forces the throw away. Polamalu and Timmons chasing after Flacco. Polamalu first picked up by Rice.
From the outside, Troy Polamalu, just like James Harrison, even when they're blocked, they just keep working, and that working gets them finally in position, makes Joe Flacco throw it away.
Again with McGahee out, the big back for the short yardage. They had Rice in the lineup. They went pass instead of run. Brings out Cook. Specialist at pinning teams inside the 20. He's going to do it again. Ball down. That's Randall L. who was able to fall on it. 38-yard punt. It almost slipped into the hands of the Ravens. pink, a very dominant color around the league starting today as the NFL's got its breast cancer awareness campaign going. A crucial catch, they're calling it. And you can bid on authentic game day NFL pink products and experiences at NFL.com/auction. Proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society. Cook has punted twice for Baltimore, both times pinning the Steelers inside the 15. He's such a good one. Mendenhall runs that left side. And they run laterally with him. It's McLean on the tackle, holds him to 2.
Well, Jim, Baltimore, the first time they blitzed today, they got everybody up, tight coverage. Charlie Batch took advantage of it. Now, the preceding 4 blitzes, they're up there, they're going towards the quarterback, but the defenders are off. It's making him hold the football just a little bit longer, and by holding it, it has enabled him to hit him, and there he is. Coach Madison done a good job timing the blitzes, knowing you got to mix it up. You just can't do one thing against an offense in this league.
2nd down and 8. Charlie's going to throw here. Short one to Mendenhall. And a good tackle for the 2nd straight play. McLean in on the hit. 5 yards. That's it. It'll be 3rd and 3.
You've said that name a few times today. Have your number 53 inside. How about the diagnosis it quick, goes outside and doesn't miss it, doesn't give up those extra yards because you want another 3rd down chance at the Steeler offense. And McLean, Suggs, Ray Lewis has been on a few. Jared Johnson had a good game.
That's Batch's first completion in real time in 67 minutes. 3rd down and 3. Only a 7th attempt of the game. Number 8 coming up if he is able to unload it, and he does. He's got the first to Wallace. Suggs almost got to the quarterback again.
You're talking about getting it out in the last bit of time. Good job by Charlie Batch. The blitz is coming. The coverage is tight. But he hangs in there and finds at the last second Wallace coming across. I thought when they came out this drive, I said, I was expecting a play action pass to get Charlie Batch, give him a little confidence, get him in rhythm.
1st down. Batch with a couple of short throws that lead to a first, and here he's got another hookup near another first. It's Hines Ward. Of course, Batch getting a start for the 2nd straight week. They'll have a bye next week, and then Roethlisberger returns at Cleveland October the 17th. Will this team be 3-1 or 4-0? And what about Ben's return here, Phil?
Well, listen, it's going to round this team out. It's playing well. You put Ben Roethlisberger on a team that's playing well, you can get greatness. And, you know, it will change, of course, their makeup because they're going to put it in his hands more than they do any of the other quarterbacks. And he's one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Well, that's Mendenhall. They needed about a foot for a first. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, yeah, I got a little pet peeve here. I've read about where the NFL players had a survey and they said, oh, he's overrated, Ben Roethlisberger. Well, you know what that tells me? It tells me the players don't know what's going on because he gets it done in the clutch. Look at the numbers. How many times have we done games and watched it? The last drive of the game, he got it done. 5 times Super Bowl year. Last drive of the Super Bowl to win it for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As clutch a quarterback as I've seen in a long time in the NFL.
A couple of Super Bowl titles and putting a Hall of Fame type resume out there on the playing field. And here's Mendenhall bouncing around, flag down, picked up 7. They're fortunate though; they'll have a bye too.
Holding, offense number 83. 10-yard penalty, repeat 1st down.
Ben did get to play during the preseason.
Right.
And now, of course, pretty much just out of contact, and then he'll get an extra week to work him back in.
Yeah, it's a good point because he did. It's not like he's coming back from injury where he couldn't work. So he got training camp experience, preseason games, and the bye week. Well, we know the practices next week are going to have one agenda. Get the big guy ready to play against the Cleveland Browns.
Charlie Batch, meanwhile, something of a relic, if you will, in terms of what the NFL teams do as far as backup quarterbacks. Been a backup here for 9 years. Used to be commonplace around the league. Now there's no one quite like that, except for Charlie. Here's a quick throw to Antonio Brown. That's his first career catch. He did have a kick return for a touchdown at Tennessee, the rookie from Central Michigan. We've got an update. James Brown in New York.
Hey, Jim, Green Bay will make you pay for a mistake. Take a look at Detroit's quarterback, Sean Hill. Picked off here by Charles Woodson, and guess what the All-Pro does? He returns it 48 yards to pay dirt, his 10th career interception return for a touchdown. That's third all-time. Green Bay on top, 28-14. That in the third. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
All right, thank you, JB, for that update on a beautiful sunny day up there at Lambeau Field. And this is 2nd and 14. Flags down at the line of scrimmage, lofting it over the top in the direction of Randall L.
Offside, defense number 55. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
College football next Saturday on CBS, the SEC on CBS, the Home Depot SEC. Number 1, Alabama. Mark Ingram taking on Steve Spurrier, South Carolina Gamecocks. Hoopla begins with the TIAA Prep. College football today, next Saturday on CBS. Charlie Baxter, 9 years. If you go around the league, the next longest tenured backup with one team active would be Billy Volek with his 5th year at San Diego. Think back to your days.
Everybody had long-term backups.
2nd down and 9. He's going for Wallace, and it's going to be over everyone's head. Update time yet again. James Brown in New York.
Carolina hanging tough with New Orleans, Jim. D'Angelo Williams, the running back. Handoff from Clausen. He takes it 39 yards to pay dirt. Longest run of the season for the Panthers. Panthers on top of the Saints. 14-10. That in the third. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
Ooh, okay. That will get your attention right there. The defending champs at home. There's Ed Reed right in this game. He's going to be coming back week 7. Coaching him up, as Coach Harbaugh told us he would do.
Very active, helping his guys out.
3rd and 9, back. Incomplete. Nice attempt, though, by Arnez Battle.
Tell you, the Ravens got a little fever on the defensive side. They're coming at Charlie Batch more and more. Ray Lewis comes in almost untouched. Fabian Washington, good job going underneath.
Well, they did change. The Steelers did change a little field position there after being back near the 15 to start it. And it leads to a fair catch inside the 10 at the other end by Zbikowski after a 54-yard boot.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the all-new CRZ Sport Hybrid, only from Honda. And by Verizon, the official wireless service provider of the NFL.
The place is rocking. 1st and 10 carry by Le'Ron McClain for 2 yards. This series, you look at the last 4 games, the margin of victory, 4, 3, 3, and 3. They split last year, each team winning at home by a field goal.
I tell you what's so funny, and there's so many things about the game that you love. Just they're so honest, both teams, about what it means, playing each other, and they just go, yeah, by the time we play the 3rd time, there's no secrets. And, you know, we started out today, Jim. What was one of our first comments? First 1 to 10 wins.
Well, they got a team at 10. But pinned deep in its own territory. McClain gets another carry.
Wow.
And he's out to the 17. They still have McGahee on the sideline with his helmet off. He was hurt on that fumble, and now McClain looks like he's a little nicked here. Ran into Ryan Clark, who's also banged up. So an injury timeout at Heinz Field. Baltimore running low on running backs. McGahee with his helmet off. Wilbert Montgomery, the running back coach. McClain out. He had his shoulder being worked on. So Rice is in, flanking Flacco on 3rd down and 3. Was that early movement? No flag down as Flacco throws, and he's picked off. Lofted it up in the air in the direction of Mason, and Ike Taylor takes it away. I wasn't sure why Mike Mason didn't fight him for the football.
I don't know if he saw it, Jim. Joe Flacco looked very indecisive about the decision, indecisive about the throw. Yeah, I think Derek Mason, I think he picked it up too late. But watch Joe Flacco. He's looking down the field. He feels the pocket collapsing and just doesn't throw it with the authority that he usually does. And the placement of the football is not proper either.
Second turnover of the quarter. The last one, the fumble, led to no points. A missed field goal. Batch and the Steelers from the 33. And a play action. Got a man open down the field. And it's incomplete. Almost intercepted right back. That was McClain defending on Heath Miller.
Really good recovery by McClain. Originally, he is open when he comes across the field. Watch it. He's going to get behind the defense. Could have been thrown out more to the sideline and farther down the field. But it's the same play they ran earlier where they missed it. Charlie Batch was under pressure. They come back to it. Good job by McClain breaking it up.
2nd and 10. They work the middle. They threaten the end around for Wallace. But they go Mendenhall for 1. Now you're in that area again. Same end of the field. We've already made the point a couple of times how difficult it is to make a kick down this way. And from this very yardage point, it would again be somewhere around 49 or 50 if they didn't gain anything on 3rd down. That for Jeff Reed. He's called on.
Breeze has definitely picked up since the last kick too. It's blowing right into the Steelers' face. Looks like another blitz by the Ravens.
Oh, and the Ravens have someone across. It's Kruger, who was called for the hold on the kick return. 99.
Encroachment, defense number 99. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Look at Charlie Batch. He put the emphasis in it. Gave him a hard count. It's a big 5 yards, just like you talked about, Jim. Field goal range. Changes play selection too, of course, for the offense.
3rd and 4 with a 4-receiver set.
Boy, everybody on the Ravens defense up much tighter.
Ravens are coming. Batch is looking for Wallace. Can never get away from Webb. No flag.
One of the big keys in this, we talked about it. Look, he is off the receiver. So it takes longer for the receiver to beat the defensive back. So the quarterback is not as precise. Before, you remember, they were up right on the line of scrimmage. Man, that's an easy throw.
We've had 2 field goals missed between 40 and 49 at this end of the field. 1 by each team. It's Reed this time from 45. Trying to tie it here in the last minute of the 3rd quarter.
See if he makes the adjustment.
He tried to adjust and he over-adjusted. And again, the Steelers unable to cash in off the turnover. Snap was a little high and Reed wide left from 45. Ravens cling to the 3-point lead. Wednesday on Survivor, Coach Jimmy Johnson used to rule the older tribe, and now it's a cutthroat struggle for leadership, and one fiery villain declares war. That's what they say about a new Survivor. It's Wednesday only, CBS. Jeff Reed, the designated franchise player in the offseason for the Steelers. He's now missed 4 kicks at home after missing 4 all of last season. 45 and 49 today, and some gusty conditions here at Heinz Field.
You've heard me say it. Field goal kickers, it's the one place on the field you get to think about what you're going to do. In other words, you can build up your own tension and bad thoughts.
Ray Rice, the Ravens have to go with him in the backfield. Playing hurt. He squeezes out about 3. And that will likely close the 3rd quarter.
Ravens went unbalanced line again to the left, run to the right. They've had some success going away from the overload today. It's worked well for them. A couple runs and a screen.
No scoring in the quarter, even though the Steelers' drives in the half, they had 2 of them. has started in Baltimore territory at the 27 and 33. 10-7 it remains. Baltimore back after this message and a word from your local station. Starting to rain here. It actually began late in the third quarter. Alongside Phil Simms. Jim Nantz here in the booth. 2nd and 7. And Rice slipped a little bit early, but able to get his feet for 5.
Rice, the ball carrier.
Well, today, Troy Polamalu, what has he done? He's all over the field. Look how close. Gets a little farther back. He is everywhere. Challenges the line of scrimmage, deep safety, trying to stop passes, tries to get in position to guess, calculated guesses to make plays. But the Ravens have done a good job of going away from him, or their concepts are keeping him out of the play.
3rd and 2. They empty out Rice. And pass knocked away by James Farrior. He looked like he might have position for a moment, but the 14-year man, Farrior, alertly and quickly breaking it up.
Yeah, you know, they try to go quick. Watch 86 going to make the quick move to the outside. How many times do you think James Farrior has seen that little concept? 3 receivers. A lot of times that third guy inside is going to run that quick hook to the outside. All over.
Morgan Cox will snap it back to Sam Cook. And Randall L is back deep. Another beauty. Taking it to 10. And shoved out at the 13. There is a flag.
Flag on the play.
Prescott Burgess shoved them out after a 47-yard punt.
During the return, illegal block in the back by the receiving team number 55. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. Pittsburgh keeps the ball. 1st down.
3rd kick by Cook inside the 15. Steelers down 3 in the 4th.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Blown opportunities for the Steelers in the second half after turnovers, missed field goals, and now the penalty. They begin the drive at the 7. They have 117 yards total offense. That's it. Mendenhall standing back on the goal line. Backs almost got him to jump again. In fact, they do throw the flag. 3 down and a gain of 11 by Mendenhall. Batch with his cadence has confused him a couple of times.
It's what an experienced quarterback does. Save it for when you need it.
Offside defense number 55. That penalty is declined. The play results in a 1st down.
And when you need it, Jim, when you're backed up, you're looking for some cheap yards in a 3rd down situation.
A little more urgency, and that draws him off. The run by Mendenhall, 11 yards, his longest run of the day. Mendenhall again. Off right tackle for 3. And Wednesday night, showtime for Phil Simms and JB and Chris Collinsworth and Warren Sapp. The multi-award winning Inside the NFL, Michael Lombardi. They're all there Wednesday night on Showtime. Mike Tomlin, when he came here, 34 years old, became the youngest coach to ever win a Super Bowl. 2nd down and 7. Now in his 4th year. Stands in the pocket and finds Miller. They're out to the 40 after starting at the 7. That one good for 19. First catch of the game for Miller.
What happens underneath receiver comes across the field. Look at the 2 defenders chasing one guy. Ray Lewis recognizes it, turns, tries to get in the way of Heath Miller, but it's too late. Nice throw. Very nice recognition by Charlie Batch. to see that he was open down the middle.
And a good job of picking up the blitz by Mendenhall. And first down from the 40, Mendenhall goes back to the right side again for another 3, just like the last first down play.
Well, the one thing, Jim, is a couple things. The defense for the Steelers played well today, the first 3 games of the year, but the offensive line has had a chance to really, kind of grow together, be molded into a unit, and they're forcing the run probably a lot more now than they will when Roethlisberger comes back, but they'll be rewarded. It's made them aggressive, confident.
Second down and 7. And this one's going to get back the 3 that was gained, that had been gained on the previous play. Haloti Ngata says, no,
none of that over here. But look at him. I look at Haloti Ngata and I just go, all he is just a big running back. And I really mean that. I mean, a really big running back. But he's athletic enough, and we saw it when he was playing rugby
at Highland High School in Salt Lake City.
Oh my gosh. But it shows when he plays defensive lineman, comes out sometimes in passing situations just to get rested up.
0 for 6 on 3rd down, the Steelers today.
Wow, another offside. He knows it. He's going deep.
He's going for Wallace, and it's tipped away by Webb at the last moment. Nakamura may have been the one across for the Ravens. 43.
Offside, defense number 43. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Some big offsides by this Baltimore defense. Charlie Batch recognizing it right away. Of course, I think he would have gone to Wallace anyway deep. But as soon as the Ravens jump off sides, he is loading up and going as far down the field as he can go.
They were best in the league, the Ravens defense, on 3rd down coming into this one. And
couldn't line up right, the Ravens defense.
So the Ravens take a timeout. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Steelers.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new action comedy Red, in theaters October 15th. Ford, drive one. And by Allstate, dollar for dollar, nobody protects you like Allstate.
Well, the Ravens take a timeout, Jim, because here's Randall L. in the slot. Nobody's on him, but look how alert. Terrell Suggs sees it, get out there. Then you have 2. Then they really mess it up. But the Ravens were coming with an all-out blitz. Now they've changed that thought process after they showed the Steelers their hand.
Well, they're coming against Zbikowski coming in, among others. And Batch's throw caught. They have a first down off a 3rd down for the first time. And Miller with a 2nd catch on the series. This one for 13. Isaac Redmond picked up Zbikowski.
Blitz from the backside. Oh, Redmond, excellent job. Charlie Batch staying calm, stays in the pocket, didn't panic and start moving too much. Oh, a little jerk route in the inside by Heath Miller. Stop and restart.
Now at the 42 of Baltimore, having begun this drive back at the 7. And Batch wants the big ball, looking for Wallace. Oh, he had it for a moment. Webb somehow was able to strip it away. Batch to Wallace, which worked twice last week from outside of 40 yards. Almost got another one.
Now you know why. Look how far Webb is off, and he is running, but this is Mike Wallace. He can let it loose. And it's one of the reasons why, oh, nice job of pulling it out there. You're right, Jim. He had it. It's one of the reasons why they're playing the safeties. Both of them are back there because they have to help because of Mike Wallace's speed.
Well, this Webb's impressive. He's made a couple of plays like that. 2nd down and 10.
I wouldn't get too close to Mike Wallace either.
Ball kicked in the air and almost intercepted by Fabian Washington. Ravens still without a pick some, 15 quarters into the season.
You know why he missed it, didn't get it. Watch this. Watch Ngata. Haloti Ngata, 92, is coming. Oh,
You better look out.
he pulls off. Fabian Washington, watch 31. He goes down and protects himself. There you go. I don't blame him.
Coming into the weekend, only the Saints, the Bills, and the Ravens without an interception. 3rd down and 10. Batch to Randall L., and that's the longest 3rd down conversion against the Ravens this year. Batch doing it again. He had a 3rd and 9 to Miller.
Well, it was an excellent job of standing in there. Watch him look to his right. 3 receivers. Boom, he doesn't like it. Then he goes to his left and finds Randall L. on the in cut. Boy, you know what does that? It's the speed of the route by Randall L. Full speed, makes the quick cut inside, creates separation. Nice throw.
From the 26, Mendenhall trying to cut outside past Johnson, and he does. Pushed out by Landry, but picks up 9. Mendenhall, who went for 143 last week at Tampa, getting a couple of long runs. He had an 11-yard run earlier on this drive. This one's good for 9.
Yeah, this is where, okay, off the right side, off right tackle. Nope, I'm going to go all the way. And this is, not everybody running back in the league can take it inside, readjust, and still get around the corner and get those extra yards. Mendenhall is just going to bring a whole new dimension to the Steeler offense when Roethlisberger comes back.
Everybody in tight, 2nd down and a yard. It is Mendenhall. Goes sideways for the 1st. Hines Ward help open up a little gap. That's all he needed. Picks up 4.
You remember that game a couple years ago? We were doing it, and we thought Rashard Mendenhall was going to be a big part of the game. We're talking to him. Then Mike Tomlin comes in and he goes, yeah, sorry, he's not going to play.
Yeah, we asked for him in our meeting at Cincinnati, his second year.
And he wasn't going to play because he made mistakes in practice.
Set him down, inactive. The next week he came out, had over 100 yards rushing. This drive now, it's 6 minutes long. From the 13, Batch. 2nd, 3rd options. Now goes to Redmond. Landry trying to drag him down. Isaac Redmond. And that's McLean shaken up.
Hey, Isaac Redmond has done an excellent job of finding a role in this team. Down the field, beautiful coverage on Miller. Good coverage on Mike Wallace. And then Redmond comes underneath. So Charlie Batch, he's going right, looking left, nothing. Staying in there, good throw. Redmond's big and strong.
2nd and 4. From the 7. Mendenhall outside is open. He gets the corner, and Mendenhall, he broke the plane. Touchdown Pittsburgh. Steelers have the lead. A 93-yard drive. Was his foot out before the ball broke the plane? Check it out.
No.
That's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. Definitely inside the pylon. I don't think that will be challenged.
Harbaugh doesn't need to waste a timeout.
Ed Hockley, actually, they give you just a little bit of time before he moved away from the football. So the coaches can make that decision.
Reed, 14 to 10. Steelers, Mendenhall's 2nd score of the day. What a drive. Just before that last drive started, we mentioned Pittsburgh had 117 yards total offense. They get 93 more on that one drive. Mendenhall, 34 yards of it. And take the lead at 14 to 10. Jalen Parmalee That won't be Parmalee. It's the short man. It's Zbikowski up back. Runs out at the 32. Today on the CBS Sports Spectacular, top bull riders battle the world's toughest bulls at the PBR Built Ford Tough Showdown. Later today, Charlie Batch.
What did he say to us on Friday? Charlie, what do you think your role will be when this game's over? He wasn't sure. Because I'll just hopefully put some good work on film and we'll see what happens. Good job by him today.
Mike Tomlin telling us how everyone in the organization is thrilled for Charlie Batch. Consummate professional and teammate as Flacco has a wide open Houshmandzadeh, and he got the feet down at the Pittsburgh 46.
Yeah, well-designed play. It's a great drive starter. Play action pass. Houshmandzadeh inside. He looks outside, waits to the receiver, clears it out, and he finds that open hole between the up corner and the safety.
First catch of the game for TJ and his third in a Raven uniform. Staying up top. And that's Bolden. Look how strong he is. Ike Taylor on him. He's able to carry Taylor for 2 yards and reach out for that first down, picks up 11.
I think that was the first thing that John Harbaugh said to us. He's got strong hands. He can catch it in traffic. And we've seen some tough ones today. Never bobbles it.
I love what Bolden told us the other day when we met with him. He wanted to go to a team with a good defense that ran the football and a good quarterback. That was on his wish list. Started with defense. First and 10, and Rice is tripped up by Woodley.
Well, just real quick, you want to go somewhere where they can run the football, Jim, just so he'd have a chance to get down the field and do some more things that he likes to do as a wide receiver. I think in Arizona, he was the go across the middle, catch the short pass, and get tore up. Now he's getting down the field, catching deep ones, and having more space to make plays in.
His 99th career game today, Bolden. Second time he's ever played at Heinz. And here's rookie year for the Cardinals, had a 100-yard game and a touchdown. Flacco in traffic, able to get it to Mason, and he reaches out. And they'll have him spotted a little shy of the first. It'll be third and about a foot.
Timing that time, the Steelers defense. Watch him, James Harrison, full sprint at the snap of the football. Great job by Michael Orr.
Quickly to the line, and Flacco with flags everywhere.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 92. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
James Harrison, he's in the neutral zone.
Oh, there he is. James Harrison flinched. If I could see that.
He's a former Raven, played for them in NFL Europe. Came back and spent about 8 days at the facility as a Raven, got cut. His roommate, he found out as he was leaving, got a call from Daniel Wilcox, the tight end, and said, guess what? I've just been activated, brought back to the Ravens. Says, guess what? I'm the guy that got cut.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
Then Wilcox would later catch his first catch a touchdown pass. Flacco's first career touchdown pass went to Wilcox right here at Heinz. Injury timeout with Kiesel.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway. Subway has you covered with $5 footlong subs morning, noon, and night. Subway, eat fresh. And by Sony.
Kiesel, maybe a cramp. Watch his teammate come over here. Ryan Clark. Says, just go down. You need some help. He sits it out. Ravens have the first down at the 20. Off the penalty. Ziggy Hood replaces Kiesel. And it's Rice down to the 19. Picks up 2. Into the arms of Lawrence Timmons. By the way, next Sunday's a doubleheader day here on CBS, and early, many will see the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs, who are on a bye this week at Indianapolis. And the late game, the most of the nation, Tennessee at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys on a bye as well, coming off their win against Houston. It all begins with the NFL today at noon Eastern. Second and 8. That's Heap taking it inside the 10. Polamalu trying to come in, apply the pressure on Flacco, but he gets an 11-yard gain, does Flacco, to Heap.
Comes in Joe Flacco. Boy, I tell you, the one thing you just can't teach, size, and he's got it. So he stands in and doesn't flinch when the pressure is, a runner's coming free, or if they get too close, it doesn't seem to bother him.
Inside of 3:40 to go. Trying to answer back with a touchdown drive of its own. Baltimore, first and goal. And that was in the direction of Bolden, who got tangled up with Taylor. Never able to create some separation.
Ike Taylor, the initial start of the play, he wins it. Watch the contact. There, stopped it inside the 5 yards. And Anquan Bolden has no chance, nowhere to throw it. I like this better when they put Joe Flacco in the shotgun. When he's under center, too much pressure, people at his feet. Let him have separation.
It's Rice. Rice down to the 2. Timmons holds on from behind. It'll be third and goal from the 2 with 3:20 to go.
Good job. Very quick, good snap count. Ray Rice. Play small, pull inside by Chester. What a cut. Even in not 100%, excellent cut by Ray Rice.
Got to figure it's 4-down territory.
Yes.
Baltimore with 2 timeouts. Steelers have full allotment. Heap sent wide left. Rice behind Flacco. Flacco's pass. Knocked away by William Gay. Intended for Mason. .244 to go. Fourth down coming up. A little contact there, no call.
Yeah, no, a good no call. Again, Joe Flacco, pressure inside, didn't have time to really set his feet. I agree with this decision. You go for it here.
Again, Flacco will take it from under center. They shift everyone to the right side. Now Mason. Timeout.
Boy, excellent timeout. It was going to be a penalty.
Baltimore, that's their
But
second.
if you don't make it, these 2 timeouts you've had to use are going to hurt. If they took that first timeout, Jim, what did I say? I say these timeouts the second half and this game, as close as you know it's going to be, they are gold.
Well, this last one especially, if you fail to make it here, at least you give Pittsburgh the football down inside the 5. Got the 2-minute warning, and of course now the case you have only 1 additional timeout. Mike Tomlin has had 25 previous home games as a coach here. He's 20-5. And look at him looking for a little procedure penalty. They went Flacco under center on 3rd down. They were set up to do it again. Instead of widening it out, opening it up, they're going to do it again with Rice, the running back. Hold on. Timeout this time, Steelers.
Timeout Pittsburgh. That's their first. 30-second timeout.
Coming up, the Subway post-game show. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. All the latest NFL scores and highlights all coming up on the Subway post-game show. Why the timeout there? Checking formation?
Yeah, I think so. And there could have been a matchup. That's what I was looking for right away, was somebody on Todd Heap that they didn't like, or that usually Check the formation. I don't think that was a big deal. I think it had something to do with one of the matchups. And to go back to your point, one, of course, I agree with this decision. I would definitely put Joe Flacco in the shotgun so when he catches the ball, if the throw is tight, he's able to drive it. When he's underneath the center, the pressure is coming so fast, he can't plant his feet to make that really hard throw.
Another tight one between the Ravens and Steelers. 2:44 to go and 4th and goal. Flacco lobs it for Bolden. Incomplete. William Gay on the coverage. Gay makes 2 plays down there inside the 5.
Couldn't say it in time, but they ran the play that I thought they would. Just a little different inside fade. Anquan Bolden to the inside, try to run him around and really try to get a pick. Watch 81 going around. Excellent job by Gay seeing it, but the throw is just too soft. Oh, my man, Pav, you got to get out of the way.
Pav took one for the team. William Gay makes the play, and now 2:40 to go, and 1 timeout on the Ravens side. Mendenhall out to the 5. And there's the last timeout for the Ravens. Again, coming up on the Subway post-game show, let's hear what they have to say. The guys in the studio, Dan and Shannon and Boomer, Coach Cowher. JB will take you with all the scores and the highlights. It's coming up on the Subway post-game show. They're celebrating a little bit, congratulating William Gay on a fine defensive play, but for the Ravens and Flacco may see the football again. Figure a run here by the Steelers, take it down to the 2-minute warning and face 3rd down. Baltimore out of timeouts after that, but they'd be forcing Sepulveda in theory on 4th down, punting out of the end zone.
That's right. I'll be shocked if it's not a run.
But that's going to be on Kemoeatu.
Ball start, offense, number 68. Half the distance to the goal. It's 2nd down.
That little bit, even though it's just half the distance, that's a big one for the Ravens.
Absolutely. If it came to a punt, Jim, you're back of the end zone, it's tighter, you rush it, the punt goes shorter.
I think of that last series for Harbaugh and company. They had 3rd and goal from just outside the 2. Remember, McGahee, since fumbling, has been out with injury, and he's the back they used to like to have down there close. And Rice injured, so they didn't go run. Here's run by the Steelers. Stutter step big by Mendenhall because there were Ravens awaiting for him. And he takes it just past the 5. So it'll be 3rd and about 7 when they snap it on the other side of the 2-minute warning. And we'll see what the league's #1 defense on 3rd down is able to do in that case.
I'm guessing right now the Steelers are running.
14-10 Pittsburgh. You're watching the NFL on CBS. With the Steelers, a perfect 3-0. Their opponents on the season coming into this week 6-0 against the rest of the league. 0-3 against the Steelers. So Pittsburgh, quality performances could close it right here if they pick up a first. Looks like a little movement by the Steelers on the right side. May have been Matt Spaeth.
False start, offense, number 89. Half the distance to the goal. It's 3rd down.
Still looking run here, Phil. It'll be snapping the football at about the 3.
Yeah, I'm looking at run even more now, Jim. So yeah, that Baltimore defense, they all flinch too. You do it for a lot of reasons. One, just the makeup of this game, time on the clock, make the Ravens, they got to score a touchdown. If it's a field goal, I might throw it.
3rd and 10. Mendenhall. Oh boy, he started to step right there on the goal line. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and why that penalty was so big. Little counterplay trying to go opposite. Nice job of getting back to the field of play, but the punter has to rush.
He should be snapping it right around 1:15. That was Suggs who was waiting for him, trying to fight off a block of Kemoeatu.
Of course, the Steelers are just going to let it run down and call a timeout. Nobody on the field for them. They're going to go over one more time. Protection. Punt protection as we're backed up.
So timeout at 1:15.
It's a 30-second timeout.
The Steelers trying to go to 4-0 for the first time since 1979. They went to 4-0 when they beat in that 4th game a team from Baltimore. They beat the Colts. Bradshaw to Benny Cunningham out of Clemson. And the Steelers started 4-0, and they went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Chuck Noll.
No, and I'll tell you what, that stadium, oh my gosh, that field.
You had to feel it when you were tackled there, when you hit the ground there. It's like concrete, wasn't it?
You walked out there and you went, ooh, you get sore before you even play.
Yeah. Sepulveda right on the back of the end zone. He's had a couple of 50-yarders today.
Beautiful.
Zipikowski has it at the Pittsburgh 49. So there is a flag. It's back at the line of scrimmage. It was a 46-yard punt. It was 4th and 10.
I don't know. Went over to explain to coach.
Holding by the kicking team, number 57. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from where the ball was caught on the punt. Baltimore's ball, first down.
Now the 10 yards will move it inside of the, well, right at the 40, they mark it. Karen Fox called for it. Right in the middle is 57. And he's holding right there on Ken Hamlin. They've got 80 yards in penalty yardage today, almost equaling their whole 88 yards, almost equaling their whole season total coming in. Ravens, can they drive it 40 yards for the win? Flacco open is Bolden. Remember, no timeouts. So it picks up 9. Even with no timeouts, no reason to panic at this point. 50 seconds. Bolden's open. He'll step out with the first down at the 28. Ravens and Steelers coming down to the last second again, it looks like.
It is once again, and you say no time to panic. No, but the clock, it's not like college. It's always moving, so it doesn't stop on first downs. It always takes longer to get plays off in games than it does in practice.
Open, Hushmanzada shoved out at the 18.
Flacco's pass complete to Hushmanzada.
That's near the first.
That's a great equalizer for the Ravens to be able to throw sideline routes.
And that's another first down.
Sorry, Jim. Usually teams will play outside and make you throw it in and make the tackle.
Now you got a chance if you want it to make throws to the end zone. 37 seconds at the 18 and a first down.
Blitz.
Pump fake to the end zone. Houshmandzadeh has it. Touchdown Ravens.
What a catch. What a throw by Joe Flacco. I thought it was a little long at first, but Houshmandzadeh, how relaxed in the back of the end zone. A blitz from Joe Flacco's left. Picked up beautifully by the Ravens. And that's how you do it. An aggressive football team, an aggressive call, and another driving throw by Joe Flacco.
Houshmandzadeh, no stranger to playing here at Heinz Field. We were here once when he caught a couple of touchdowns as a Bengal. And then went to Seattle, and now with the Ravens, his first touchdown catch in a Baltimore uniform. Gives the Ravens the lead with 32 seconds to go.
Perfect timing. Flacco to your right. Here comes the blitz. Oh, what a move on the outside by Houshmandzadeh. It happened so fast. McFadden, usually you make those double moves, you go up the sideline, but he read it right, cut it to the inside. How about that?
Todd Heap stood in there too and picked up a blitzing Troy Polamalu, which gave Flacco the time to see Houshmandzadeh was open.
Just one more time, Joe Flacco sells to his team that he is their guy. I mean, we know that, but we heard John Harbaugh talking about they want him to keep growing. That you've got to come out here every week and grind it out.
4 for 4 on that drive, and the 10-yard penalty on the punt was huge also.
Yes, it was. Cam Cameron, what a call to guess. I would not have thought the Steelers would blitz in that situation, but they had the perfect call on against the blitz.
Now they got a kick returner back here, the rookie Antonio Brown, if they send it all the way down there, who ran one back 2 weeks ago. First time ever touched the ball in the NFL at Tennessee. Here he is. Oh, he waits and then comes out. Pays the price, only to the 14. Steelers have one timeout in 28 seconds.
Well, there's a thought. Go for the run back because you could make a big play in a situation like this. But when you're looking for just a field goal, it's so deep in the end zone. You got to go so far across. Doesn't make it to the 20. And not only that, Ellerbe again. Boy, Ellerbe, you just see him everywhere during the game. But not only that, it takes away a few more seconds.
Needs about 50 yards to get in the field goal range.
One timeout.
Catch. Intercepted. It's Ray Lewis with their first pick of the season.
Oh, that was a great catch by Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis and the Ravens are going to hand the Steelers their first loss of the season.
Charlie Batch takes a chance. Charlie Batch really played well today. Gets out of the pocket. The window's closed fast. You're going to your right. Ray Lewis going to his left. That intersection just comes fast.
Ray Lewis, remember what he told us on Thursday? We need to catch the ball on defense. You know, he said we've had our chances. About time we start making some catches.
Well, he came through. 2 big plays at the end. Quarterback, Houshmandzadeh. And that was a terrific catch by Ray Lewis.
Flacco wins for the first time in his career at Heinz Field, where he used to be a backup quarterback to the Pitt Panthers for just a short while before he transferred to Delaware. Remembers playing here in a couple of series against Nebraska and running for a first down, a couple of kneel downs against Ohio University. Never had any success here winning as a Raven quarterback until today. Throws the winner in the last minute. Ravens go to 3-1. Steelers fall to 3-1. Subway postgame shows coming up next. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms saying so long from Pittsburgh. Baltimore wins it